Hello, everyone. Welcome to Octopunk Weekly update for the week of January 17th. Today in the States, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so we can celebrate that. A lot of you might be home today on holiday. Welcome, everyone. Lots of familiar names in the chat, and we see Christy coming over here from YouTube. Thanks for joining us on Twitch, even though it is a different platform. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Miss Hardy Low, for rating with a party of 4. And we got a hype train already going. Welcome back, Bitter Tragedy, for 17 months. Green Dragon for 12 months. A whole year. That's awesome. We've also got Eccentric Giraffe for 32 months. Oh my god, gee, holy shit. We've got Pillow Cat for 30 months. A lovely mod Pillow Cat, been with us for almost 3 years. Becky Helene for 18 months. We got Neb for 33 months. Again, almost 3 years. Holy cow. And then we've got Super Silly Pants resubscribing for 21 months. And thank you, FOB minus FOA, for the follow. I might have pronounced that wrong. I'm reading really quick. Oh, and Callie as well for the gift sub. Thank you so much. Climbing up that gift sub leaderboard. Let's make sure I didn't forget anybody. I don't think I did. And now let's get to the news and get back to my scroll so I can see everything properly. Lily Garden, feels like I haven't been to an Octopunk Weekly update in forever. Glad to be back. Well, we're glad to have you back. And I'm glad to be back doing these. This is a fun part of my Mondays, and I have enough news now to say. Oh, hey, Kai! Oh, Kyber in the chat. He plays dance on Fallout Sanctuary. Say hello to Kai. I promise I'm going to be getting back to Fallout Sanctuary soon. You'll be getting an email within the next, week. We need to reschedule, or we need to schedule all of our part 2 of season 1 recordings. Kai also has a channel of his own, so if you like daily streams almost, you can go follow him. All right, let's start with some updates on these Detroit Reawakening awards. I started my Tumblr shoutouts this past week, so if you logged in for a Tumblr shoutout, I'm getting those out slowly but steady again. They're just coming out when I get them finished, and also when I feel like I'm not completely spamming my feed. So they're trickling out. I'm over halfway done with them, I think, now. I don't have too many left, but I'll be continuing to work on those. So this month on Patreon, if you're a $10 member, you can get a Livescream Special Edition Iggy sticker this month, as well as a copy of this Maddie Casto autographed postcard. Maddie played Amber in Femme Fatale, for those of you who saw that back in October. She's a lovely person, and she'll be signing these for us at the end of the month for $10 patrons. But for this week on Patreon, we have more Detroit Reawakening behind-the-scenes pics for all $1 and up members. That's everybody. And another $5 live stream. This one is centered around Livescreamers rather than Detroit Reawakening. And I'll be doing some live 3D character design in Unreal Engine's MetaHuman Creator. MetaHumans is a really cool 3D character modeling tool that is free with Unreal Engine now, and it is how I will be recreating my cast in the gameplay world of Livescreamers. And so you actually get a little bit of a tease of one of the people I have cast in Livescreamers, which hasn't been announced yet. So you get that information. You'll also see me basically play The Sims with them in MetaHumans for an hour as I try to recreate their likeness in the engine. And like I said, this is a free program that's available for basically anybody who's in the Unreal Engine beta right now, which is also, anybody can join. So you'll get to learn how you too can make yourself in the MetaHuman Creator. That's going to be Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going a little later with this one. I figure it's a weekend, so our European folks will be able to join maybe late, and then our Pacific and Eastern time folks might find that a little bit easier to join at the later time slot. Looking at the chat, thank you for everybody for saying that sounds interesting. Character creation is pretty cool, especially in MetaHumans. What I've been able to do so far is absolutely wild. And welcome, Maddie Cosplay, for resubscribing for 8 months as well. Thank you for the resubscription. All right, so now we get to the real news. So we got three major things to talk about today. One of them is the Octopunk London event. I have an official date for it. I basically have dates for New York and Munich too, but I haven't paid my deposit yet. So until I actually send money to the venue and have it locked down, I don't want to announce it, but I have sent quite a significant sum of money that hopefully Visa will not bounce me for to our London venue. And so that is a lock. I can announce that is going to be Sunday, July 24th, 2022. I said last week that it was probably going to be a weekday. Turns out not the case with London. I decided to go with a Sunday because it was the same price as doing it Sunday or Monday. And so because the Munich event definitely will be on a weekday and the New York event's also on a weekday, I figured I would try to at least make one of them on a weekend just to accommodate multiple schedules that people may have. So this is going to be all day Sunday, July 24th. More information about the venue, the schedule, guests, all that sort of stuff will be announced in the Octopunk Showcase on February 7th. So that's going to, come soon. You'll find out everything we have planned for this event. But for now, you can mark this on your calendars. You can book your plane tickets. I would say don't book your hotel quite yet, because this is the one venue I have that actually is a hotel. So we have a special room rate that we're going to negotiate. We have like a group rate with this particular iteration of the event. So maybe don't book hotels yet, just so you can wait till the 7th, see what we have to offer for our room rate. And then if you want to book, later, you can do that. But I would say that this date will be good for airfare and for train purposes. It is going to start in the morning, though, so it might not be a sort of situation where you want to come in on the 24th. I would recommend anybody coming from out of town should probably come in on the 23rd. So yeah, more information coming. And thank you for helping us reach a hype train of level 3 as well. And thank you for those cheers, Becky Elaine, and for that resubscription, Mooney Barton. 10 months, goodness, almost a year. Super Silly Pants says, oh, you're just trying to get me to fly out to London. I encourage everybody to come. I encourage everybody the opportunity, no matter where they are in the world, to come to as many events as they can, particularly our Munich event, because it won't be capped. More information on that as well in the February 7th Octopunk Showcase in terms of like how many people we can let into each of the events. I believe I may even be opening general admission on that day. I'll probably try to collect however many people are going to join from the Indiegogo who already have free tickets before that event, so I have a head count and I know how many general admission seats I will be available, to sell to both events, or all three events rather. All right, the other two things to talk about today, of course, I have a DRA still, which I'll reveal at the end, but the big feature for today is Livescreamers again. So I'm continuing my path of talking about Livescreamers and the upcoming crowdfunding campaign all this month and giving you as much information as I can. Today we have a big breakdown on all of the different perk tiers that are going to be offered on our upcoming Indiegogo. I don't have our stretch goals yet, I don't have our goal amount yet, and I don't have a launch date for the campaign quite yet. All that's probably going to come in the next week or two. My cast is also being finalized this week, so that'll be probably announced in a couple of weeks, if not next week. Probably won't have it finalized by next week, so we'll say a couple weeks. But for now, I can share all of the awesome tiers that you'll be able to enroll in and all the cool stuff you'll be able to get as part of being a patron, a donor to the Indiegogo campaign. So let's start with the basics. Level 1. I figured all these tiers should be levels because it's a gaming movie. Level 1 is a $5 pledge. Much like with Detroit Reawakening, we're going to do a basic $5 pledge that can get you special thanks in the credits and a group shout out on social media. This is just for folks who, they want to contribute, but maybe they don't have a lot of funds, but we still appreciate you anyway. We'll give you a credit in the final credits, as well as giving you a little acknowledgement on on one of our social media accounts. I'm only going to do group shout-outs for Livescreamers because the individual shout-outs have proven to be enormous for Detroit Reawakening. So there won't be an individual social media shout-out option in this campaign, but everybody who donates will be able to get included in a group shout-out. Oh, welcome back, March, for 20 months. Oh my goodness. That's almost 2 years. And Dilger for 21 months. Again, almost 2 years. And of course, Michael Smallwood, VIP Michael, coming in fashionably late, right as we start talking about Livescreamers. Okay. Although, actually, Michael Whaley is now a VIP too. If he happens to show up, he is a VIP now. I made sure to make that happen after last week. You know, squeaky wheels get the grease, right? Oh, and hello, Plants Baby. Welcome for the first time to our chat. Oh, there he is. Who you calling a nerd? See that little diamond by your name, Michael Whaley. Oh, and Knick Knack Paddywhack Nicole subscribing for 23 months, almost at the 2-year. So many people here for almost 2 to 3 years. Absolutely wild. Thanks for such a long tenure of support, everybody. Blades Baby says, I've been around on YouTube. This is my first Twitch stream. Well, thank you for coming over from YouTube. And Ander for the 6-month subscription. Oh, we're just on a roll now. Can we do 2 hype trains in one broadcast? I don't know. Austin put the sunglasses. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You got to see my face for this. Austin putting the sunglasses on the live stream emote. That's the funniest fucking thing I've seen all day. Leave it to my spouse to take focus in the chat and using that mod sword for good. I always forget that you forget we can modify emotes because my Iggy already has sunglasses on him, so that would be ridiculous to put another pair on him. But that's truly a work of art. Deal with it. Livescreamers coming 2022. All right. So, our level 2 perk, $35 pledge will get you a Blu-ray copy of Livescreamers. This is the most affordable Blu-ray I've ever done in any crowdfunding campaign. For just $35, you can ensure that you get a Blu-ray copy of the film when it is complete. And all tiers, much like all of our campaigns in the past, include all of the previous perks. So this also comes with that group shout-out and a special thanks in the credits. But yeah, this is really cool to be able to do a Blu-ray copy. I will sign them if I can. I don't want to guarantee that right now just because I don't know if it's going to be more cost effective to send them to people direct from the manufacturer. If I can do something like that, do some sort of fulfillment system like that, that might take a big load off my shoulders. But at the very least, you can ensure that you'll get a region-free Blu-ray copy of Livescreamers that'll be able to be played on any machine in the world. Michael says, I'll randomly sign 7 of the Blu-rays. Well, that would assume you're in Livescreamers, Michael. Who knows? Maybe you're not. All right, level 3, $50 pledge. This ensures that in addition to the Blu-ray and the previous perks, you also get a digital copy of the original score composed by Austin Bites. Yes, I can announce that Austin's going to do the score for Livescreamers, but that's pretty obvious, seeing as Austin did the score for the previous Livescream and every other film we've ever worked on. I love how the chats... Michael Smallwood's like, I don't have to be in something to sign it. That's true. I mean... He'll just sign stuff. We ended up having Jason Tross sign a copy of a Livescream poster for Michael Whaley, even though Jason Tross is the creator of the FP. It's a whole story. Signed by Michelle, Michael, and this one guy they met at Denny's. I mean, that's the real perk, is just like go into a Denny's, ask people to sign. It's one of a kind. You'll never find those people again. It'll just be this great mystery. Our level 4 $100 pledge. As usual, our $100 pledge is a one-of-a-kind Polaroid taken from the set of Livescreamers. This will be pretty fun. We have our Polaroid photographer, Selena, that I'm hoping to get back again from Detroit Reawakening to be on our set of Livescreamers and take lots and lots of Polaroid pictures for our $100 pledges. And like I said, this comes with all previous perks, including the Blu-ray, the digital copy, and the social media shout-out and special thanks. Michael says, at all the fan events, I will totally sign your Denny's menu / receipt. I think that we should make that a thing, is that if you can bring a Denny's, he will give you a coupon for a free Grand Slam and an autograph. Our level 5 perk. Now, this is something we don't normally do. We haven't done this since Detroit Evolution's campaign all those years ago. For a $250 pledge, your picture will be put in the movie. We will include a portrait of you on screen in the film during an art gallery level. There is a moment in the film where some of the characters go into like an art gallery level, and there's lots of different portraits, and they spend a significant amount of time there. So there's going to be a lot of portraits that we need for this level, and we are recruiting you, our pledges, at the $250 level to send us a portrait of you that'll be like oil painted up and put on the wall to be included and immortalized in the film. If for any reason you don't want to have your portrait in the film, you can negotiate, maybe putting a friend in or your family, something like that. Any sort of picture of anybody that you have the rights and permission to send me. You could also even maybe send a picture of a pet. I don't know if I'll agree to that yet. In universe, that kind of makes no sense, but maybe we could make it work. But yeah, this is a way to immortalize yourself in the film, and I think it's a really cool opportunity to have a little something special in the world of Livescreamers. Michael's asking, where do Europeans get pancakes and sausage links? It's bold of you to assume that anybody outside of the U.S. eats a pancake? I don't know. Stretch goals to globalize Denny's, says Pillow Cat. Yes, we'll open a franchise in Prague if we reach $750,000 stretch goal. For our $500 pledge, another opportunity to immortalize yourself in the world of Livescreamers in the Octopunk canon, you can name a character. Now, all 9 of our characters have first names, but none of them have last names yet, and they don't have usernames and screen names canonized either. So here's your chance to put a mark on the Octopunk canon by giving an official last name or username to our 9 characters. So this is limited to 18 people who can take advantage of this. And this is also the first tier that we're going to be offering producer credits on. Normally we do these at a lower tier because this is an actual full-on film that will have, IMDb credits and all that sort of stuff. We're raising the bar a little bit for what we're offering as producer credits, but if you donate $500, you will get an associate producer credit, get to name a character, get to have your picture in the film, and all previous perks as well. The chat has just evolved into talking about pancakes. Oh, goodness. Maybe I should throw in a pancake. That would make this more interesting, I guess. And finally, level 7, the $1,000 pledge. You get a swag pack, get a signed memorabilia box, including a signed screenplay, a signed movie poster, and this is the coolest thing I think I am offering today, one of the pairs of gamer headphones used on screen in the film. There's only 9 people that can take advantage of this because there's 9 characters in the film. Each of them is going to have a unique set of headphones that they'll be wearing in the film that suits their character. And if you want to own one of those pairs of headphones, you can pledge $1,000, get a signed memorabilia box, get your picture in the movie, name a character, get a Blu-ray, all the other previous perks, as well as a co-producer credit. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing to own. It'll be a one-of-a-kind piece of memorabilia from the film. I might let you request your favorite character. We'll see. Supplies are limited, obviously. But I'm really excited to be able to offer that. Assuming nobody steals theirs, I'll make sure that the actors don't end up taking theirs home. Ty the Sad MB says, I usually lurk here, but I want to take part in the pancake talk. First time chat. Well, welcome and take place in the pancake talk, Ty the Sad MB. Appreciation Police spends $1,000, gets the headphones of a character using fake AirPods. Now, I promise they will not be AirPods. I promise they won't be earbuds. They'll be a decent little set of presumably usable headphones. Like, I don't think that any of them will be broken, but I can't promise that they'll work. We might end up destroying a couple of them and covering a couple of them in blood. Not quite sure yet. We'll see. But at the very least, they'll be pretty sick looking. They want to look good on camera. We also have a bonus round this time, so there's a little bit of an add-on that I want to do. Congratulations to Austin for giving me this idea. 50 copies of the first Livescream film on Blu-ray will also be sold as an add-on. This film is already available elsewhere for $15. If you want to buy it right now, you can go on our etsystore.com/shop/octopunkmedia. That is available for $15 on the Etsy store, signed or unsigned, whatever you want. But by purchasing through the campaign, you can also receive a group social media shout out and a special thanks in the credit of Livescreamers, as well as, that add-on will contribute to our overall goal of, whatever we're trying to meet, our campaign goal. So it's a little bit of a better way to support, Livescream and get a Blu-ray of the movie. It's a little more convenient for both you and us. And so this is an option. It's not going to be listed as a separate tier, but if you donate any amount of money, from $5 to $1,000, you'll be able to throw on this $15 add-on and be able to get yourself a copy of the first film as well. I also wanted to do this as an add-on instead of a tier because many of you already own Livescream on Blu-ray, so it's an optional add-on. You can choose to do it or not. If you've wanted to check out the first film and you haven't gotten an opportunity yet, may as well add this on for $15 while you're already there and while you're already paying for shipping, presumably for other things too. Vienna says, this isn't even the smallest add-on I have ever paid $15 on. Oh, wow. Enoch says, Postal definitely won't be worried about headphones covered in blood in a box. It will definitely be fake blood. Hashtag fake blood. And then beyond that, so typically I offer these executive producer credits as well. Typically we also do donations over $1,000, like on Detroit Reawakening. We did like walk-on rolls, we did set visits, we did some extra stuff. For this film, because again, we are doing some hybrid funding between private investments and crowdfunding, this is going to be reserved for an extra special super prohibitive tier that you have to DM me about. So if you are interested in an executive producer credit or perhaps donating more than $1,000, DM me. Twitter, Discord, Instagram. I think those are the main three that I'm on. You can also contact one of our mods if you feel shy approaching me directly. But I'll give you the full breakdown for what the plans for that are. It's not something I can really talk about publicly right now. I might be able to, but I'm not 100% sure I can, so I figure it's best to just, talk about that in DMs. But we have some separate things that we're doing with executive producers that are exclusive to this deal rather than just the crowdfunding campaign. And so it's a little bit more fluid, a little bit more negotiable per person as well. There's not like a one-size-fits-all solution to this. And as you know, the crowdfunding campaign is going to start in February 2022. You'll probably get an official date for that next week. I think next week I'm going to talk about the launch date, and I'll probably talk about the live stream that we're going to do on that day and like what we have planned for that. Like I said, casting news is coming in the next couple of weeks, and more news about the actual goals, the stretch goals, everything like that is also going to come in the next couple of weeks as well. Can we donate in blood? If you want to donate gallons of fake blood, you got to pay for the postage, but we will probably make use of it because we're gonna need a few gallons. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised you guys aren't getting bapped by Auto Mod right now with the amount that you're talking about the BLOOD. Oh, and thank you, Pillowcat, for linking that in the description or in the chat. It'll be in the description on YouTube later, but you can visit the Livescreamers pre-launch page and sign up for updates at indiegogo.com/that link. I'm not gonna list it, but we have a preview page up for the Indiegogo right now. You can see a little bit more information about the project, the summary, the synopsis, just, basic details. And you can sign up for email alerts too. So they'll send you an email when the campaign goes live. I think also, they might send you emails about like any other updates we have, like when we meet our stretch goals and stuff. But I would say that right here on Twitch is where we'll be on launch day. So more information about that coming next week. And then finally today, we've got our DRA still. Thanks for your patience waiting for this Detroit Reawakening still. We've got a very lovely shot of Maximilian as Nines, looking very, very Nines. VFX hasn't been done yet. I've started that this week. You could check it out on Patreon, actually. I dived into the VFX on our last VFX stream on Friday. Check out the VOD for that if you're a $5 and up patron and you haven't seen it yet. But look how dashing he looks here as Nines. Really, really nice. I'll be posting this on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, all the usual places. I'll also shout out to this Begin Again emotes being used by Becky Helene. All subs get that Begin Again Detroit Reawakening emote too. Love to see you guys enjoying those new emotes that we have for Twitch subscribers. Also, I've gotten these follower emotes. I've unlocked them. Twitch told me that they've been unlocked. So I'll try to update those soon. Oh my God, Michael, I'm not going to do you the justice of actually saying what you just wrote in the chat aloud. People will just have to come watch the VOD and see for themselves later. Nines is watching a mysterious gourd, says Enix. Yes, you can speculate about what he's looking at. And now that we're doing OPWU instead of OPMU, we're going to get weekly stills of Detroit Reawakening from now until the time that it launches. And if you want to find out when Detroit Reawakening is going to launch and see the trailer for it, join us on Monday, February 17th, 2 p.m. Eastern for the Octopunk Showcase 2022, where we'll be revealing the Detroit Reawakening trailer and release date, more information about Octopunk London, Munich, and New York events, lots of other announcements for projects we haven't even shared yet, more details on Livescreamers. Yeah, it's going to be a really fun time. February 7th, our yearly showcase and upfronts of all the fun stuff we have coming in 2022. But in the meantime, I will still see you next week for Octopunk Weekly Update next Monday at 2 p.m. I should have New York and Munich dates nailed down by then. I'm in the home stretch. I just need to send them my money and get that officially booked before I'm ready to share. But I have basically been told that the contracts are being written for both venues right now, so those should definitely be taken care of in the next couple of days. On top of that, I think that next week, like I said, we'll be going into more details about the live stream that we're going to be doing for the launch of Livescreamers crowdfunding campaign, like a date for the crowdfunding campaign launch, all that sort of stuff. OPWU is such a fun word to pronounce. My brain is obsessed with it, says Ty. I like it too. I could never get used to OPMU. It was like, cow emojis. Just like, it didn't have as much of a ring and it wasn't as SEO friendly. So we're back to OPWU. It really just rolls off the tongue. Jan9 asks, is Munich before or after the London one? Right now it's planned on being before, but again, anything can change until I send in the check. Because like what ended up happening with the New York one is we were going to book it one date and then turns out it wasn't available. We had to shift and like do it a week later. So, like I said, till the check's signed, I'm not saying nothing. But it will be on a weekday. That's pretty much guaranteed because I cannot afford a single venue in Munich that's on a weekend. All right. I think she meant the 7th. Yes, 7th. February 7th is going to be our Octopunk showcase. All right. I think that's everything for today. Thank you so much for joining me. This will be cross-posted to YouTube as well if you want to check out a VOD again later. For more information, I'll be posting all of the DRA stills everywhere DRA stills can be found. And stay tuned for next week. Octopunk Weekly Update next Monday at 2 p.m. And as always, stay great, hydrate, and have a happy time zone.